365 Sarah. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. It could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just simply check out the description below. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your kindness and your support. Hope you all are doing wonderful and great. Remember, tell a family, friend, or foe that you know to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There's no space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay. Today we are asking, Spirit, what is it that the collective need to focus on for their highest good? What is it that they need to focus on? What is most important for the collective to be aware of at this time on their path, on their mission, collectively? All right, thank you. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. The first card that we have here, collective, is the Wheel of Fortune. And so Spirit is saying for you to make sure that you are persistent. If you have anything that you are planning or you are scheduling, make sure you don't overplan, overbook yourself, okay? If you are someone who's maybe a hairdresser, a barber, a nail tech, any kind of entrepreneur where you take on different clients or different customers, do not overschedule yourself. Make sure you're being honest with yourself. Give yourself space and timing in between clients, whether you are an attorney, okay, whether you are a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, a life coach, whether you do divination, hair, nails, whatever it is, even if you are a barber or a tattoo artist, Spirit is saying make sure that you are being honest with yourself. Because with the Wheel of Fortune here, it looks like things are being prepared to turn in your favor, but you have to do your portion, humanly speaking as well as spiritually speaking. Everything works together for the greater good, okay? Spirit is saying. And so for you not to overbook yourself, you do not want to overexhaust yourself, and you do not want to inflict stress on yourself where it just doesn't have to be. A good example of that, if you know you're only taking 4 clients a day, don't book 5 or 6 because you feel you're going to lose their business. Or if you know that, you only take maybe 5 clients a day, don't book 7 or 8 because, you want to make the money or you're anxious or you're having some kind of anxiety. Spirit wants you to get into the habit of having a consistent routine so that you are not overwhelmed. So that while things are being prepared for you in spaces and places beyond the human eyes can understand or be privy to see, that you will not self-inflict stagnation in your life on yourself. And so if you make any appointments or errands you need to run, this is for somebody, what I'm about to say, not for everyone. Get out of the habit of always canceling. Get into the habit of following through when you book appointments. We understand Spirit is saying sometimes things come up, but there is someone who needs to get out of the habit of constantly canceling and pushing things to the back burner. Okay, that is for someone, not for everyone, but also be mindful of overbooking yourself. You do not want to create stress and become overwhelmed, and then you're drained and you're depleted, and then it bleeds out into the rest of your life. You being overwhelmed, you being drained, not having time for your personal life. Not having time for your spouse, your partner, your children. And so you want to be mindful of managing your energy. And Spirit is also saying when you feel you need a break or you are fatigued, someone needs to also take time to have a cat nap, take time to have a break, and make sure you're getting proper rest at night. I know it can be quite difficult, going to sleep one time. Everyone wants to stay on social media, or watching the television, but Spirit is saying you're going to have to find some kind of regimen where you're making sure that you are well rested and rejuvenated, okay? The next card we have here is the Knight of Wands, and this person has a fire suit on, and so your spirit team is saying that they are here for you and they support you. The ancestors are saying we are here We support you. We are with you always. You go nowhere without us. Trust and believe. But we do not always want to be in the energy of having to rescue you because you are overexerting yourself. And so I'm feeling this message is about TLC, but in a different way. There are some things you're trying to develop, you're trying to manifest. There are some desires that you have, and you're wondering what's happening. Where is it? And Spirit is saying it's right in front of you. They just need you to do your portion. If you're fatigued, if you're tired, you're drained, or you're not focused, you'll be unable to see the signs and synchronicities around you, as well as when you are receiving downloads. They don't want your judgment to be clouded because you don't have full stamina. That's whatever that means. Okay. Okay. So basically, get some rest, collective. Get some rest, okay? And cat naps really do work, having a nap for maybe 30 minutes or an hour just to replenish yourself throughout the day. They do work, okay? The next card we have here is the magician. And so they are saying that the magic within you, your gifts are, ready to be accelerated and increased, but you will not be privy or have, access to this energy of increased, abilities of being intuitive, or your ability to, receive certain premonitions and downloads until you show that you are disciplined when it comes to self preservation, taking care of yourself. There's a concern, collective, with you making sure you get enough rest. You're going to have to be, you will be, Spirit is saying, I said have to be, yes, in the position of making the executive decision constantly in your life. You may have someone pulling on you who's inviting you somewhere, and someone else pulling on you that needs your energy as well. But you're going to just have to make a choice and learn that you cannot be everywhere for everybody. The main place you need to be is within your frame, is centered and aligned within yourself. You cannot allow the whole world to constantly pull on your energy. Everyone needs something from you, but it's leaving you drained. It's leaving you, frazzled, and leaving you spiritually or sometimes mentally disheveled. Everyone's pulling on your energy, wanting you to go here, go there, show up here, do this and do that. Well, Spirit is saying for you not to be a care bear. You're going to have to hurt some feelings. There's going to be some disappointments. We cannot please them all. We are not here to please people, and you matter. You are the most valuable person, collective. Let no one tell you different. You are very important. You are the star player. And so the next card we have here is the Page of Wands. So take time to rest and rejuvenate. And as well as I look at these skates here, it looks like this person is lacing up and preparing to go have some fun. Also, make sure you're treating yourself to some kind of leisure activity. And when I say leisure activity, we're not just talking about going to a bar and having drinks and alcoholic beverages, things that are alternating and also will lower your vibration as well. That's another video. But also make sure you're taking time to treat yourself on a consistent basis to something that is fun, something that is entertaining, something that is lighthearted, something that is just for you. You can take a friend with you, if you like rollerblading or going to the arcade or maybe going to shoot pool or going for walks in the park. It could be anything. Okay, maybe you're into boating. Okay, something about someone loves to get on their boat. The Spirit is saying do that. Maybe it's swimming, whatever it is for you, okay? With the Nine of Cups here, you feel that you have been working very diligently, and you have. The Nine of Cups is one from the 10, and you have been very focused. You have been putting in work, and Spirit is saying for you to pull back. It's time for you to pull back. So it looks like you have to go to the drawing board and look at and go into reflection of your daily schedule, things that you are responsible for. There may be some things where you have to, hey, let people know, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore for you. You're going to have to find somebody else. Sometimes people pull on your energy. You want to help them, but if it's causing you to be tired and worn out, that means you're not living your best life. You're not in your fullest potential. And your spirit team is trying to convey that clearly in here. They don't want you to miss the boat because the opportunity is here for you to arise to the occasion so that you can be where you desire. If someone is asking you to babysit constantly, maybe it's wearing you out. You have to let them know, look, I'm no longer to help you with babysitting. I'm giving you a notice, to find an alternate, sitter because I just can't do it. You don't have to explain, but you can give them the notification. Maybe there is someone who wants you to run their errands for them. And maybe your life along with running their errands can be draining for you. It's not that you're being mean. It's just everyone has a limit and a breaking point. And your spirit team and source is very concerned with you coming to a breaking point because you chose to be too much of a care bear. You're over asserting yourselves in the spaces and places of other people's lives. People have to find their way on their own. Maybe you feel with the Page of Cups that maybe you're taking pity or feeling sorry for someone. But Spirit is saying no one is feeling sorry for you when you need a break. When your eyes are heavy, when you're limping into the house because you put in that overtime and your feet is hurting. No one is feeling sorry for you. They're constantly pulling on your energy. There are people who is constantly requesting and demanding your attention and your time, not caring about you needing to spend time with yourself or spend time with your family or your children. You could also be a parent, or even if you're not, you could have people who you care about who is probably missing you. You're MIA. Oh, you're working again? And if you're not working, you're running an errand. If you're not running an errand, you're doing a favor for someone else. So no more Mr. Nice Guy Collective, okay? And the reason is Spirit is saying it's time for you to speak up and be more vocal with the King of Wands. Be more vocal. Be willing to use the word no. The word no is not a bad word. You cannot deplete yourself. You are not put here for that. And no one is going to give you a gold star for that. Maybe you're thinking that in your mind. You're not going to be loved any less if you use the word no. It's not evil. It doesn't mean you're a demon. So you can get that out of your mind. Source is not going to love you any less because you tell someone that you're not available. Okay, you come first. Self-preservation is what your ancestors want. Once they transition and they perish, an essence of them reside inside of you, collective. So they want you to take care of yourself and keep thriving. Okay. The whole goal and objective of this read is the Six of Swords, to move to a place of peace, of calmness, of stability, not being disheveled, of ease, relaxation in your life, not being frustrated. There's 7 days in the week on the Gregorian calendar. You do not want every box to be filled. You should have a few of those boxes empty just for you because you are worthy of that. And it's time to honor yourself. It's such so. Maybe get a passport, just like they have right here. Maybe get that passport, plan that trip, take that trip, treat yourself. Okay? This concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.